Coming to you live from my apartment, it's Rob Has a Podcast. And now, here's the guy who never starts the show by telling you it is going to be amazing and then not give you an amazing show. I am Rob Cesternino. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our live eviction recap here on the first day of August 2019, and was a night of what could have been in the Big Brother house, but we know what could be here tonight because we have a great panel here with us in the studio. For the first time here in Big Brother 21, we have not one but two guests here with us in the studio to help us make sense of everything that did and didn't happen on tonight's show. And let's welcome in, of course, our weekly Thursday night contributor. Please welcome back the great Kaitlyn Herman.
Hello, all. And Rob, thank you for being with us this evening.
Thank you. Thank you. And then also with us here tonight in the studio from Big Brother Over the Top, here is the great Alex Willett is here as well. Alex, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Did I copy you right?
Yeah, you can do that.
Much. Thank you. Yes. I'm good. I'm happy to be here, though.
Yes. So we have a lot of people on the panel to talk about everything that's going on. And here with us as well to talk about what we did and did not see on the Big Brother live feeds. Brent Wolgamott is here as well. Brent, how are you?
I am great. I am the biggest fan of Alex Willett, and she reminded me ahead of this podcast that we have actually never been on a podcast together. Like, I talked to her on social media, but I've never actually been on a show with her. So I'm very excited.
Okay. All right. So we've got a lot going on here tonight, live with Kaitlyn and Alex and Brent. Get your questions in at hashtag RHAP as we talk about this night where we opened things up. We opened up the show. We were all Big Brother Nation was on pins and needles as that I was around 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock Eastern. I'm on Twitter. Everybody's like, get on the feeds. Get on the feeds. It's going down. It's going down. The flip is happening. It's okay. Everybody, battle stations. Yeah. Here we go. And then feeds are puppies for 2 hours. We don't know what's going on because Brent, God forbid they show you something good happening on these live feeds that we got, you and Melissa and poor Taran out there on these Big Brother streets watching these live feeds night and day. God forbid they show you something happening.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was watching Taran on Twitch, and he was covering some of it live when it was happening. And then, of course, they shut the feeds right down right about the time that they might have solidified something. I do believe Julie, when she said at the end of the show that there was a moment in time today where Sam was staying, because that's what it looked like from my end, but we never actually got confirmation of that. And to figure out what happened, it would be a little bit of speculation and a lot of guesswork on my part.
Okay. All right. So we will get a lot of that on Sunday night, and we'll have a great show on Sunday night as well. Brendan and Rachel are going to be here Sunday night, so be on the lookout for that show. All right, but I guess, Alex, give us the update. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm living in Los Angeles. I actually hang out with Kaitlyn all the time, so it's kind of fun to be here talking Big Brother with her. But yeah, no, life's good. Couldn't be better.
All right.
I like how, like professional you're being about this. You're just like,
by the way,
I live in Los Angeles. I hang out with Kaitlyn a lot.
I can see myself. And
She's my friend.
Don't stare at yourself.
She's my friend, and we like to be together.
Forget the monitors.
Sometimes.
Forget the
By
monitors.
the way, Rob, the chat keeps telling me that Alex's mic is very low, and some people can't even hear it. So make sure that.
Okay.
Girl, make sure you're right in front of that thing.
Sorry, I am kind of like flailing my arms and stuff.
Yeah. All right. We can make some adjustments on the fly, but okay. All right.
Hot take.
Yeah, let me just so Kaitlyn.
Yes, Rob.
What was it? Take us through your afternoon. You came in this afternoon and you were felt like, okay, what's going on tonight?
I took to the internet, as we all did in the afternoon, and I saw that there was a potential of a flip, and my God, did I have a chill down my spine. And not because I wanted to see Kat go home. Nobody really wanted to see Kat go home. I just wanted to see something. And I was really excited. I had a little pep in my step this afternoon. And then, Rob, we came here, and we saw what we saw.
Yeah. I know.
We saw what we saw.
This was very frustrating because
Well,
yes, go ahead, Brent.
Well, I'm just going to say the reason it was frustrating is because there was really no great move for everybody because of the two people on the block. I mean, like, you wouldn't know it from the way things happened today, but like this all started with Sam and Jackson earlier last night, where Jackson was thinking about potentially keeping Sam because Sam was very anti-Christie. They thought they could use him as a weapon. He went to Holly to talk about it. And then they're like, well, shit, we can't do that because look who's on the block next to him. My friend Kat. I was dumb enough to put Kat up on the block. This is Holly talking. So we can't lose Kat. Like, I know Kat from the outside. So that's where they were in a bad spot. But then because of that, through a lot of stuff that happened that I can tell you about if you want to hear it. But then eventually the other side starts thinking, maybe we should keep Sam because that could like get us out of this jam where we don't trust we don't trust Jackson and Holly anymore. And so we could bring in potentially Nick and Sam as a new 6. Let's see if that happens. But then none of that really came to bore. I think a lot of what probably happened is that, again, the differences between the 6 were probably papered over. I think Christie probably did some massive damage control. And also Tommy, left to his own devices, is a pretty safe player. You heard Julie even talk about that on the show tonight when he was casting his vote. Like, what's the safest play for him? He's been trying to keep the 6 together. So if there was even a morsel of possibility that the 6 could even paper over their differences for another vote and remain together, I think that Tommy probably had a lot to do with it tonight.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about where we go from here. Kaitlyn,
Yeah.
do you feel like was irreparable damage done to the 6 tonight, or that, as I'm starting to believe, are there only 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and the 6 remaining together forever?
Well, I feel like that's very dramatic of you, Rob.
I'm ready to be dramatic tonight.
Yeah, I'm in a dramatic mood also. That being said, I would like to see more of the footage. I need more of the tape before I make a statement like that. I don't know if it's really going to ruin it. All I can say is this group of house guests, they are a bunch of scaredy cats. Like, truly. So I would not be surprised if this doesn't ruin the 6 because they're all just so scared of doing anything that's going to, I don't know, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that's true. Alex, I mean, like, you've been watching the live feeds as well. And, you know, I think that Jackson is a really volatile presence within the 6. And I don't think that I don't think that they can remain together much longer. Now, this competition may end up neutering some of that possibility. Like, if Jackson goes into a safety competition, gets the safety, they can't take him out. And then so what do? They go after some dumb move like get Cliff out or get Nick out or get Nicole out. Like, that's a possibility. But I do not believe that Jackson and Christie trust each other. I don't believe that rift can be healed.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, when you were watching the episode tonight and you looked at Jackson's face, he was stone cold the entire night. Wasn't even faking it. Wasn't pretending. Yeah. I think him and Holly are now going to be the new Nick and Sam, like the kind of isolated alliance members in a sense. So I think it's done. I think it's a done deal for Jackson. I think he's out.
You know, it's so crazy with this potential flip for Sam because it was like both sides tried to at one point flip the vote to save Sam. We saw Jackson make moves to potentially, all right, I'm going to flip this thing and try to save Sam. And then it looked like during the day today, it was going to be the Tommy and Christie side of the house was going to potentially flip things to save Sam. And then in true Big Brother 21 fashion, 9-0 vote to send Sam home.
So exhilarating.
Like, both sides wanted to keep him, and he goes home 9-0.
Truly, every time we watch the show on a Thursday, there's even just like a bit of excitement on our end. Like, you know, we get a little, like, doesn't matter. Tonight, we all just sat there. I was basically looking at my phone the whole time.
Yeah, Brent, I had a theory that I feel like that since Julie Chen went to Julie Chen Moonves, nothing exciting has happened on this show.
Ding!
Well, I mean, that's
Is that it? Is that it?
Thank you.
That might be, and that might have something to do with it. Just to give me like 30 seconds to give a quick rundown on what the heck happened. So, like I said, this all started with Sam and Jackson last night. Jackson was thinking about keeping Sam in the house. He went to Holly, but then they're like, no, we can't evict Kat. We got to keep her. But then what he couldn't leave well enough alone. Jackson went to Jack to say, look, I don't trust Christie. I think she's working against us. During Cliff's HOH, she threw our names under the bus. She said she didn't care if she went. And other people like Kat have gone to Holly and said that Christie is not going to work with the couples all the way through to the end. So they have reason to believe this. So he went to Jackson. Jackson went to Jack to tell him this. Jack then went to Tommy. Tommy and him thought about it. Obviously, Tommy's working with Christy, and they don't know about their secret relationship. And so they're like, they try to put the kibosh on it. Jack goes back to Jackson to try to confirm. So they attempt to throw Cliff under the bus and also Kat under the bus.
Brent, I'm legit out of breath.
I know, but I just want to get it out real fast because, like I can get stopped really quick. What I want to tell you, though, is that Jackson used his trump card and said, look, I know that what Kat is giving us is true because Holly knows Kat on the outside. Like, they know each other from the outside, which never had been confirmed in the Big Brother house to anybody except Jackson. Jack then takes that information, goes back to Tommy. Tommy knows he has a secret relationship with Christy that nobody knows about. So I think his mind starts turning in that, other people might have secret relationships too, and I might want to get them out. He knows that Jackson followed Holly on social media before the season. He also knows now that Kat and Holly have either a final two together or a relationship outside the house together. So he's like, look, that's a secret trio that if we don't get them out right now, could all be in jury together. Maybe we should make this flip happen and keep Sam. We could bring Sam and Nick into what was the previous 6, make them a part of the new 6, and let's go. And that's when the feeds went down. So
let's go.
That's how we got to.
That was beautiful.
Yes, a lot going on. So we have potentially the vote flip happening, and then we had the kibosh put on it. Alex, do you feel like that it was any part was Kat? She looked very upset. She seemed like that she knew that all this was going on. Do you think that any part of this was Kat saved herself?
I think Kat is a very emotional person, and I do think I know in Sam's exit interview, he said he didn't really play on his emotions. I think Kat has closer bonds with everyone and probably cried a lot. So yeah, I think Kat just kind of saved herself, but maybe unintentionally saved herself. She might have just kind of had some emotional meltdowns, and that was what did it. I don't think she strategically saved herself.
Did you
by
understand
any means.
anything she was talking about?
Kat? Absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. She was probably like that the
she
entire day,
she was really all over the place with that speech, Kaitlyn.
Yeah.
She started out. She talked about women's empowerment, body issues.
Doesn't see gender.
Gender
equality.
Yes. Her family is proud of her.
There was
you heard that she was going to do some joke-filled speech because remember she volunteered for the block. Out of nowhere, she volunteered for the block. Holly put her own best ally up on the block. So Kat was like, this is all fun and games until the last minute when she's like, oh my God, I could actually go home. Yeah. And so now she's like, and she realizes if I go home, I'm going to look like Lawan levels of amazingness here because I volunteered for the block with my own ally as HOH, not since Jordan Parhar in Big Brother Canada volunteered to go on the block with Zach as HOH as this thing happened. And then she's like, I don't know if I really need to do something about it. I do think what Sam said was there's probably a kernel of truth to that, where she cried her eyes out maybe to Christy and said, look, I'm anti-Jackson. I've never been for Jackson. I'm with you. And again, as I said previously, there wasn't really a great move here. Yes, they could flip and keep Sam in the game, but they didn't really want to keep Sam in the game. They don't want Sam and Nick to be together. Christy doesn't like Sam. She doesn't trust him. Sam's been anti-Christy all week long. So yeah, they could flip, but do they trust Sam to be on their side? I don't know.
Brent, I know earlier in the week you were very excited about the prospect of Sam going home because you felt like that he played such a terrible game. Did he do anything to redeem himself in his campaigning that you feel slightly less good about him leaving the house tonight?
I feel slightly less good about him leaving the house because he didn't give up. Earlier in the week, as Taran noted on the round table, he had effectively given up, started talking about his family, how much he missed them, and really wanted to be out of there. But then he was doing things like, I have information, and I want you to know it about Christy, but don't reveal it until after the vote. Meaning after I'm out of the house, which I thought was just crazy. Why would you do that? Again, he said it on the show tonight. Christy, yeah, he likes her personally, but in the game, why is he protecting her when she's not doing anything to protect his interests? He really, I would use the telepathy tweet to try to get him to blow Christy's game up in hopes that it might shake up the game board enough.
Well, what is a telepathy tweet?
When you tweet something at somebody where they really can't see it, but you're manifesting it.
Kaitlyn, is this real?
Yes.
No?
And come on, we all know I'm some sort of crazy.
Not telepathy tweeting.
Okay, so I tried to, in answer to your question, he deserves a morsel of commendation for not laying down and dying, for trying to talk to some people. He knew who the movers and shakers were in the house. He went to Jackson, said, look, and Jackson already doesn't trust Christy, but he went to him and said, look, I've got information on Christy. She's not for you. She's actually anti you and Jack, which, by the way, is true. Christy has at various moments during the season said, I'm anti-Jackson and I'm anti-Jack. I know that right now she's very anti-Jackson and is very pro-Jack, but she has been anti-Jack at various times. Like, why do I even like this guy? Let's evict him at some point. I don't want to go to the end with him. I think she just had a conversation with Tommy like 5 days ago where she's like, we don't want to take Jack to the end anymore, do we? Because I really am not feeling that anymore. And he was like, nah. So they have plotted against him at times, but they were able, like, the problem with Jack is that he will die for Christy. You saw it on the show tonight. He will die. I think he's in love with her. I really do. Or he has very strong feelings for her. And he's willing to go down with the ship. He's like one, Rob, you talked about this before, like a loyal soldier within reality TV. He's totally willing to go down with the ship as long as he's with his people. So him and Tommy and Christy, that's who he believes in. Jackson's fatal mistake this week was believing that Jack would be on his side. When forced to choose, Jack is always going to pick Christy.
Okay. Let's touch on Sam's speech. Alex, did you feel like that Sam had a good campaign speech tonight?
Absolutely not. I mean, you're talking about his speech when he's like being evicted, right?
Yeah.
He was like, I'm planting seeds in the house. Like, who's going to keep anyone that admits to planting seeds in the house?
Yeah.
I think Deepak Chopra in my speech and Marianne Williamson.
Yes. I told you not to mention that. I told you that.
She was in my thank you speech.
I told you I would have kept that on the DL.
I said, well, I just want to say I saw it coming. I thanked Marianne because I knew she would be running.
Yes.
Very good, Kaitlyn.
So I did think that Sam had at least brought some energy to it. I thought I liked where he started.
Did you like the end?
I've been caught in guilt by association. I've been in rooms where all your names have been dropped. Who hasn't? Who hasn't?
Yeah, I've heard your names said around the house, but why? Who cares? It's just Big Brother. Just keep me.
Alex and Kaitlyn, Sam's problem has never been his lack of energy. It's been his strategic acumen that I've called into question, but he's never had a problem with energy.
No, never.
Yeah. Send it. Yeah, he gave one big send it at the end also to really try to get the t-shirts going.
I was about to say,
And I'll leave you on this final word. Send it!
Oh, I'll buy one.
Is send it one word? Is that a final word? I think that's final words.
Yeah.
No, it's send it.
Yeah.
Two separate words.
Okay. So it was a 9-0 shutout on the vote. And so we have this HOH competition looming tonight, which could completely shake things up.
Let's make bets.
Okay, you want to put a bet on it?
Yeah, do you want to do like
I have a bet.
a $25 bet?
$25 bet. Wow, that's
How about whoever wins the bet has to buy dinner for us next Thursday, and I'll bring it and we'll eat it before we.
Okay. All right.
Does that make sense?
All right. Fine. But now, what if Brent wins?
We Venmo him.
We Venmo him.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We Venmo him. So, okay. If Brent.
Send it!
Yeah. If Brent loses and he wait, how is this going to.
Well, let's think that. Okay, so who's your pick?
We'll workshop it.
Yeah.
My pick is Jessica.
Oh.
Come on. No, that would be
Bold.
Okay. Oh my God. Everyone relax.
Yeah.
I'm just picking Jessica. I swear to God, if we could fast forward to us finding out that it's Jessica winning, I will.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
I say Jessica. I don't take it back. Next.
I feel like we're headed for a Jack HOH.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, he's very good with memory.
Jessica.
All right. Fine.
Wow, guys.
I didn't know you're so invested.
I'm not. But
Marianne Williamson and Jessica.
Jessica.
Don't say anything bad about them in front of Kaitlyn.
or I'm leaving this facility.
Alex.
I 100% think Kat is going to win. One, because I think she's intelligent and she's hiding it. And two, because
Very.
she's so frazzled from being on the block, she's going to want power.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I would love a Jessica.
Yeah. It really would have been so
kidding.
great, though. I feel like that, Kaitlyn, we were robbed of Kat being blindsided tonight and just walking out of the house and
Are you bitches conspiring against me?
yes.
Yeah. I mean, Kaitlyn, let's be clear. She deserved to be evicted. Both of these people, Sam and Kat, they both deserve to be evicted. Neither one of them played great. They played terrible games. Kat volunteering to go on the block was like terrible Big Brother play. When she had again, that wasn't in the universe until she brought it up. It wasn't like people said, "Oh, Kat, you can be a pawn," and then she's like, "Oh, okay, I'll do it." No, she brought it up.
No,
out
yeah,
of nowhere.
that was so stupid. We got it. I'm glad she's gonna be with them in the jury house.
Well, we were robbed because not only was she not evicted, but if she had been evicted, like we could have gotten the Julie Chen, by a vote of 5-4. The bitches were actually conspiring against
you. Yeah.
I wanted that so bad.
Too bad.
We could still get it though.
We could still, yes.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Unless Kat wins.
I guess. Maybe.
It's possible, I guess.
All right, so let's talk about the field trip because the field trip is a thing. It's happening, and it's so confusing about what the field trip is and how it will affect things.
I'm very upset.
Alex, I think not since Big Brother OTT have we had such confusing powers to vote on.
Yeah, I'm kind of having flashbacks of OTT with this whole like third nom thing. It's traumatizing.
A third nominee. So
Justice for cornbread.
yeah. Okay. In case.
yes.
Okay. In case people weren't paying close attention, let me give you the rules of the field trip. Okay, this is what we're voting on.
Time for America's vote.
Okay.
America, for the next 8 days, you'll get to vote to send 3 house guests on a field trip to take part in a special competition. Voting ends on Friday, August 9th, the top 3 vote getters will take part in the competition. The winner of this competition will be safe from eviction that week. Second place will receive a punishment. And the house guest who finishes last will be put on the block as a third nominee.
Well, what are we supposed to do with this?
I have no idea. I'm rattled to my core.
I mean,
like, what are we doing, guys? Who are we voting for?
I feel like that the house guests are going to look at this as a bad thing because there's nothing positive that can come from this competition. Yeah, but I mean, like, you either get safety or you get shit on, Rob. Like, you're either going to be on the block or you're going to get a punishment. I don't think that any of them are going to look at this like, oh, I want America to put me into this competition.
There are some narcissists in this house. They will talk. They will talk themselves into circles about how.
They possibly could.
Alex, who are you voting for? This is what I need to know because whoever Alex is voting for, I'll vote for.
Good.
Okay, so I'm definitely, to me, I'm just gonna vote for the 3 people that I don't like. So Jackson, and then part of me wants to put Annalise up, but I think she would lose and get nom, so I don't want to put her up. And part of me kind of wants to put Christy up.
Okay, but what's the best case scenario as far as the places are concerned?
There is no best case scenario.
But try.
I mean, I would like for Christy to win safety because I think she's good feed, so I want her to stay.
Okay.
And for Jack or Jackson, I'll take either to be nommed.
Yeah, I think you have to just pick 3 undesirables and put them in there. At least one of them will end up on the block.
Yeah,
I'm hoping Jessica ends up in this competition.
No, Brent, no way, because this is like is almost
me.
like the power app. Don't get Kaitlyn upset. This is almost like the power apps where it's like who's trending. It'll only be people that are liked or disliked. People that the audience is indifferent to have no chance at this.
That's very true. I will tell you, somebody that evokes very strong emotions from the audience one way or the other is Frankie Jr. I think Tommy could potentially be in with his okay, like you guys can be objective with me. Like,
sure.
Am I like? Is it impossible to find a gay man in the United States who's not some narcissistic attention monger? Like, is that how I am? Like, I feel like I'm that way.
I mean.
A little bit.
Yeah.
How dare you?
It's my coworker we're talking about.
Yeah. I felt like that the show was really trying to help Tommy out tonight.
He got
he got a really good edit where Julia's like, "Oh, we have to show you this amazing flash mob that Tommy worked on." Alex, did you ever work on a flash mob in the house?
No, but I wish I had. I think that's brilliant. And but we didn't have a dance instructor. Like, did you have a dance instructor in your house? We needed a Tommy, and we had a Jason Roy in my house. So
Fessy used to dance while he like looked at himself in the mirror, if that counts as a dance instructor.
Yeah, this was like the audience for this episode was so mistreated by Big Brother, where we came in tonight and
Yes,
Julie's
Rob.
like,
yes.
I have to tell you, this is going to be
The best
perhaps
night of your life.
the greatest episode of Big Brother ever. And everybody's like, all right, we're here for it. Finally, here we go. Let's do this.
I like when you
Let's
make
go.
voices for people. Like, that is your impression of the voice of America watching.
Yes, we were all so
Yes.
excited.
Yes, Julie.
Truth.
And
yeah.
then- Yeah, and then by like 20 minutes in, it's like, all right, Nicole, tell us, what's it been like to be in the house? Where like we did like a long
odd.
Q&A, and then we saw the whole flash mob, and we got to a 9-0 vote.
We were sold a bill of goods, you guys. There was no meat on the bone here. I mean, it was just nuts. I feel again, live television does not like it when they don't know what's going to happen. It was clear that they had to know at least something about what was going to happen. I mean, yeah, it turned out to be 9-0, but like it wasn't like these people all decided on their own that we're all going to vote for Sam to go. They had to hear that they were probably all going to be voting for Sam to go. So why would they sell it to us like it was an amazing night or something? I guess it was, but then
especially when they had nothing of the fighting in the episode except for like a sneak preview at the end.
That's so dumb.
So it's like, okay, great, Julie. When you got to work this morning, Sam was going home, and then at 3:00 he was safe. But when the show went live at 6:00, you had to know he wasn't safe. So
She made it seem like this was going to be the best night of our lives, and it was arguably one of the worst nights of my life.
Oh, that makes me very sad because I feel like
it's also your anniversary, so happy anniversary, and I'm sorry that this is now the worst day of my life. But August 1st will go down in history.
It's been a day.
It has.
So, Alex, why? Why did they tease us?
Alex,
It's like I came home and told my kids, like, hey, I may have an amazing surprise for you tonight. I don't even know. It might be amazing. And then it was like,
shattered their dreams.
Here you go. It's Tiddlywinks.
Yeah, I mean, they're teasing us because they've had nothing going on for 40 days. Nothing. So we get one thing, and they're going to hype it up and, like, milk it for all it's worth. And that's exactly what they're doing. We probably won't even get the full fight on Sunday. It'll continue on until Wednesday or something.
Is that what this is of Sunday?
You know what I'm realizing?
What?
This is going to be hard to say.
No.
And I might be crossing boundaries, and I hope no one
Is this about Marianne Williamson again?
No.
Okay.
I just really hope that like no one really from CBS is watching this. I believe. Oh God, let's not do like a zoom in.
Okay.
I believe that people don't make moves because obviously they don't want to get out. They don't want to go home. They want to make the longer they stay, the more money they make. You have the chance of winning.
Yes.
If they just paid us better, I think that no one would be scared to do these things because people just want, like, if you know, like, I'm going to get paid great and I can make big moves and, like, entertain
So you're almost saying, like, hey, congratulations. You're on Big Brother. Here, you're guaranteed, what, $50K?
Yeah, something.
Okay.
You're guaranteed this amount no matter what.
You're guaranteed $50K. Everybody who shows up gets $50K.
Have at it.
The winner gets $500K.
A million. It's just something.
Okay. All right.
It should
now
be a million.
we're going to
The
go
winner
over budget.
should be $1 million. But that being said, it's like, if you had that in mind, you'd go in there and be like, yes, boom, goodbye. Like, I know what, just.
Well,
I don't know.
I think that's probably a little too radical for.
Maybe that's just my opinion,
yes,
then.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just don't know.
Yes.
My thing is, if they cast fans of the show, people would do this for no money.
Correct.
And they would make move after move.
Exactly.
They're casting the wrong people.
Exactly.
I would pay them to play and get evicted first.
Yeah.
Okay, so. What about what about the idea though of that? Because to me, that if you make it to like third place in Big Brother, you get the same as the first person on the jury. Is that right? Because don't you get they pay you for your time whether you're in the house or not. Is that right?
Didn't they change it last year where like the top 5 get a little extra in cash? Did you guys? Is that real or is that fake news?
That is.
You guys can't say.
That is. I mean, I probably can't say half the shit I'm fucking saying. Sorry.
Well, like they talked about it on the feed,
Yeah.
Caitlin.
All right. So
Yes, that is true.
And so allegedly that
Allegedly.
Derek is in the chat, and we'll assume this is the real Derek. We won't go
I
down
can
that
check.
rabbit hole. And he's saying $1,000 a week.
Whoa, if he's gonna say it and he fucking won, then I could say whatever the hell I want. So yeah, the top 5, the
But
last
but
five
is it $1,000 a week if you're in the jury or not?
No, you gotta if you
A
make it to
stipend,
jury,
like
you
you
get
get-
this
yeah.
is the amount that you got. But
You
if you make it to the top 5, you get that plus the
Okay.
amount that you.
I don't
were-
know if that changes this vote flip around though.
Whatever, Rob, YOLO.
Yeah. Sorry.
Has anyone? I have a really
Yes.
serious question.
Okay. Go.
Yes, Rob.
Yes, go for it.
Has anyone on this podcast in the studio live gotten up to pee?
I don't know. What do you need to?
Yeah, I've been drinking so much water.
That's fine.
Am I allowed to go?
Yeah, you're allowed to go. That's fine.
Rob?
So I
Yes.
came in the other day to go get
Is
the
it
Rob,
as a high five?
It was more of a raising my hand.
Yes.
Can I go to the
Yes.
bathroom?
You need to take the pass. Hold on. Hold on.
the bell.
This is the pass. Okay. Just that you need to take the pass,
Alex,
and
be
don't
well.
wander around the rest of my
Bye,
house while
see
the
you later.
podcast is going on. Okay. 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 No, don't get them. Okay. All right. Okay. So.
Should I just move over?
All right.
See you in
Chat
5
is like,
minutes?
Caitlin, don't pull a Jackson.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom.
Let's talk about the potential for drama based on who wins
Okay.
this HOH. Brent, could you give me who is, if we want Team Good Feeds, who's the person we should be rooting for to win this HOH?
I feel like Alex called it earlier in the podcast when she talked about how stone-faced Jackson was. I mean, he is pissed.
But shouldn't
right
we
now.
want him to win the HOH?
I want him to win.
I want him to also, yeah.
Yeah, I want him. He is really pissed at the 6th. I don't think he likes the fact that they're trying to, put the 6 back together, that they maybe took a shot, talked about taking a shot, like when they didn't even tell him that. I'm sure he knows that Kat was a possibility to go home tonight, and he wasn't a part of it.
Right.
So that, and also he now knows that Jack did not keep his secret, that he went back to Christy, and somehow it got back to her that he let Christy know everything that Jackson's been saying about her, and obviously all of their differences came to the fore in that snippet we saw at the end of the episode tonight. So Jackson's the person I'm rooting for.
Because I know that there are no Jackson fans, that he is polling at 0%, but he is somebody who I think is going to, really help stir the pot of
Sorry,
him
everyone.
just being up on the block and out. I feel like doesn't change too much going on in the house.
What happened while I was gone?
We're talking about a Jackson HOH.
Boo! I'm gonna go back.
Yeah.
No, I feel like Jackson HH would be okay, Caitlin, because he would. I think he would. He's not gonna he already wanted to take the shot this past week.
Yeah.
He's not gonna miss his shot again if he has an opportunity to take a shot at
I mean,
Christy.
That's true.
Yeah, what's he gonna? Especially he's exposed now because Alex now. Don't forget, Christy has the power
gonna say.
too. So I think this creates
Wait, when's
would
the
be
power
would be a
done?
lot of intrigue.
This
Now,
coming week.
okay, just to throw some cold water on everything here. This would require Jackson about to win a mental competition coming up here
That would be
later
dark.
tonight.
That would be dark.
So
I mean, Sabrina won a mental competition, and Big Brother Canada. I don't feel like it's out of the realm of possibility.
yeah, I guess so. But
No, he's not stupid.
Yeah, he can be smart when he wants to be. So I like I
counts
said, I
all
put
those
my money on Jack.
calories. Yeah.
I put my money on Jack. The big question, by the way, this field trip thing is even more stupid. I know we talked about how stupid it was, but it's even more stupid because they talked about it last week, and then they talked about it this week. We're going to be voting for it for the next 8 days, and the results don't even take place until the following week. So even if we wanted to do something with the field trip, it's not even going to happen for another, 10, 11, 12 days until they find out.
Yeah, I really am starting to wonder if somebody put the card up a week early on the Big Brother teleprompter.
Exactly. Why didn't they talk about it last week? That's so dumb.
It's possible.
Yeah, I don't know. And yeah, it's not even going to have an impact until we'll see it on the Sunday night show. And I know these dates from the calendar. I believe on the Sunday night show of August 11th, in 12 days, we will see the results of the of this competition.
It's a long time.
It's a long ways off.
It's a long time. Also, by Sunday, I really feel they're going to show all the stuff that apparently happened tonight that we missed. But by Sunday, I'm not going to really care. I mean, like we're going to have a new HOH. We're going to have 2 nominees. We're going to know who won the veto.
Right.
I don't really care at that point. But I don't know. Maybe we will. We'll see.
Alex, so we haven't gotten your take on all of the stuff with Cliff from last week during his HOH and with the veto, but he seemed pleased as punch tonight when he got up to vote tonight and told us, I love Big Brother.
Yeah, when he made that move last week, I was disappointed in him.
He's
as
in
we
hog
all
heaven
were.
right now.
Right, but I actually think it might end up benefiting him with this whole 6 person alliance shattering. I think he lucked out. I don't think this was strategy. I think he's going to luck out and be able to slide through the cracks of this. So yeah, he's happy and I get it.
Yeah, Kayla, I have to imagine the scene not in that room that we saw where all hell was breaking loose of Cliff and all the people that were locked out of the HOH room that night, downstairs, high-fiving about, it's happening.
Yeah, for sure. I wish we could have a clip of them drinking pina coladas with umbrellas, just kicking back.
I would love that. So
I would too, Rob.
Yeah, we'll see that. Also, Cliff got the shout out from Julie Chen tonight when she was asking him about, we know you're missing your wife so much, and you talk about her all the time.
Because we hear you talk a lot about your life before the wife.
Before the wife.
Yeah. Before the wife is a thing, Alex.
It is. Also, don't y'all kind of feel like they're setting him up to be America's favorite? He's getting the
yeah.
golden boy edit.
Yeah.
He deserves it. I think he deserves it.
Yes. All right. So hashtag before the wife. It's happening. Okay.
It's all happening.
All right. So let's see.
There's only 2 timelines, Rob. It's with Cliff. I think it was Brian Scally who said this on Twitter. It's before the wife and after the wife. That's all there is in Cliff's life.
Yes.
Any notes?
All right, Kaitlyn, what do you have from your notes?
Julie's dress is not okay. Nick's diary room sessions.
That dress was
dark. hideous. Oh my God, the dress
Not
is
good?
out of control.
Not good.
Not good. Okay. Well, talk about Nick. Talk about Nick. What about his diary room?
I think dead behind the eyes, just a little I'm so sad. I don't like this. I'm what?
Alex, I want to ask you, Nick's hairline, it's never going to get better, is it?
No, but it's iconic at this point. He
Is
can't
it,
change
though?
it. To be
I
recognized,
agree.
he has to keep it for the rest
I
of
feel
his
like
life,
he has
probably.
to keep it at this point. Yeah.
Yo, that's my hair. That's
This
why you
is-
guys got to talk about it. It's that's what my head looks like, okay? I'm depressed.
Oh my God. Apparently Nick's hips are...
That
I
was a
wrote
thing.
hashtag Nick's hips.
What about Nick's hips?
Tommy gave a shout out to Nick's hips.
Yes, okay.
What was that about? Also, since when does Sam make Sis laugh?
Oh, yeah.
When are they friends?
Yeah, listen, that Sam had a real burn on Sis in this episode.
You're the only person that makes me laugh in this house.
I always think of your life.
Yeah, you can always think of your life.
We talked about this on Roundtable, and Taran said, I can't believe that Sam chose, of all people, freaking philosophy professor Sis to be his messenger in the Big Brother game. Because before
strange.
Jackson talked about potentially keeping Sam, Sis a couple days ago was talking about keeping Sam, but it never went anywhere.
There's just one more thing we should touch on, and then I'm
Yes.
going to put this away.
Okay.
Mentioned this before. Did anyone, except for me, notice the carrot pillow
Yes.
that was being played with? We had cucumbers. This is a very vegetable heavy season so far.
Yes, well, it's for Jackson.
We're seeing a lot of we're seeing a lot of
that's the
produce
twist.
work, and I'm indifferent about it. That's really it.
The season or the carrot pillow?
Yeah, the whole vegetable theme happening this season.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Tommy was also released from his punishment from this week.
Here we go.
Yeah, we got to hear about the end of the punishment.
We couldn't shower. This has been the worst punishment ever.
Lies and deceits. This is not even,
We couldn't take a shower, Brent. It was the worst.
this is there's so many people in the history of Big Brother who've had worse punishments than these two, who only had to walk around with
We
their
were
shirt
covered
off.
in paint. It was
For
so
4
itchy we
days.
couldn't even go outside.
So, like, I used to say, like, I love guys from the East Coast who have that kind of accent, but I can't stand listening to that boy. God.
Shower.
There was no shower for a week.
It's finally over.
It was like 4 days. Okay. All right.
I liked it.
Should we take some questions?
Duh.
Okay. All right. Let's take some questions from the chat. Paige wants to know, hello, beautiful people.
Hey, Paige.
Rob, does Kate coaching know Tommy, or do they have mutual friends? I think that was a rumor on these BB streets at some point. Also, have Alex explain how a women's alliance can prevail to naysayers. Okay, 2-part question there from Paige. Okay, great job, Paige.
You first.
All right. So, Kaitlyn, do you have mutual friends with Tommy?
I have spoken to Tommy.
Of course.
Tommy actually invited me to come see Pretty Woman when I got evicted because he was like a fan. I ended up not being able to go for the date that he invited me to go, but we did like stay in touch a bit, like just, like casual conversation here and there.
This is huge. I've got a pre-existing relationship with everybody.
Yeah, there's definitely a pre-existing relationship.
So you have a mutual friend. He loves Big Brother.
No, we don't even have a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Like,
so,
he just, like, reached
He was just
out.
like, hey, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. Like, do you want to come
Aren't
see
we all?
Yeah. And
Thank
do you
you so
want
much.
to come to my show?
Yeah, and it was really, really sweet. He's a really, really, really nice guy, and I like him a lot. But,
Yeah.
So I knew when he was auditioning, he was like, should I do it? And I was like, yeah, like, you'd be so great.
I didn't even know this about you.
Yeah, sometimes I like to keep things on the down low. I didn't want to tell anyone before I went into the house for a comp.
Yes. Okay.
Whoops.
That's so. Then when you were there, was he like he was
Bugging
he was great.
out.
Yeah.
Bugging out.
Okay. Wow. That's
I'm sorry.
All right, now Alex, tell us about a women's alliance in Big Brother. Why didn't the Black Widows work out?
Yeah, okay, here's the deal
Black
about all
Widow.
girls alliances, okay? It's simple. You can't form it with all the girls in the house. You got to pick just 2, 3, 4 people that you trust, and then you stick with them. That's it.
Yeah.
It's so simple.
Alex, can you talk a little bit about that? It's not exactly the same situation as we have in this season where Tommy and Christy know each other from outside the house, but you and your sister, Morgan, were in the Big Brother house together with a secret relationship that you were trying to hide from people. So what are the challenges of that?
Yeah, it's funny because I see so many people comparing Christy and Tommy to me and my sister, and I'm like, it is so opposite. When you're sisters, you have the same friends, the same families. You can't tell the same stories. You kind of have to make up fictional characters to play it off. We came in with the same clothes, like we had the same flip-flops, pajamas in the house. It's like we look alike. We're from Texas. You have luggage tags with your initials on it. The list goes on and on. So Christy and Tommy can totally just play off all that because they don't have to worry about those challenges, whereas me and my sister had to deal with everything. We had to hide parts of ourselves
Wow,
that
the
they
name
don't.
tag thing, that's really
Yeah, so
crazy.
MW and AW. I had to make up a fake last name.
What was your
people
last
have
name?
written to me.
Walton?
Oh my god.
I think Alex, people have written to me and talk because there are people who like defenders of Christy and like look, like there have been other people in Big Brother history who've had secret partners or secret relationships with people in the house, and I thought about that. On the other hand, I thought about your season, and I really feel like that it's less about yourself and Morgan and more about the stupidity of your castmates that they couldn't figure out on the first night that you got sisters when you look exactly the same.
That is also a big part of it. My cast was not the most. I mean, I love them, but they were not like
Someone
the
in the
most
chat.
intelligent.
Someone in the chat said your last name was Walton.
Walton? Well, they probably know better than me. It's all blur. Like I don't remember my season. Did I just hate you?
You literally just punched me in the face.
Easy. We've never had that either on a podcast in the studio.
Making history.
I will
Punching.
punch you all in the face.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Okay. Let's take this question from Sandra. Sandra says, since when in the history of Big Brother have they ever allowed them to dance?
What?
And when have they ever had so little to air that they showed live feeds to the cast and to the TV audience?
Sandra, the
Yes.
voice of Sandra.
Yes.
You're allowed to dance. You can do whatever the hell you want.
There's just no singing.
Yeah, just no singing. You could
No
dance.
singing.
But
Right, they just had a beat.
I did not like that they were able to see that. I thought that they gave them a gift that was undeserved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will say on my season, not that it really is the same thing because it wasn't on like air, but we did have Justin doing his pizza dance, and we got to see that footage. So
Yeah,
It is a thing.
He even had a pizza song.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a great song. I like that.
Do you
pizza
have
song.
it?
A classic.
Let me see if I can find it.
Have you heard
it? Have you ever heard?
I watched the season.
Yeah.
Was it in the episodes though?
No, I think we did see something about him and his pizza.
Let's see. Let's see. I have a clip that says pizza. Let's see. What's this?
Pizza, baby.
Oh my God.
Loved.
That was everything.
Do you
Oh,
have
good time.
Can you play for old time's sake?
Yeah. What do you want?
Coffee is a lot of fun.
Is this like the request hour?
Yes. DJ, turn it up.
Okay. Coffee is a lot of fun.
Please,
Oh,
Tom Green.
Tom Green.
Yes, please.
Let's see. Coffee song. Okay, here we go.
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Making coffee is a lot of fun. Coffee is a lot of fun. If you like drinking coffee, then you should have some. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Coffee is a lot of fun.
Okay.
Slipping on a shrimp. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
DJ, hit it.
All right, no, we're gonna lose people.
Sorry,
Derek's
sorry.
gonna turn the show off. Okay, all right. Let's go to Yukon R. Can the HOH be selected for the field trip, or are they safe? Brent, what do you think of that?
I think they probably.
that was a
cannot
bop.
be
That was a
selected.
bop. That was from.
I think they probably cannot be selected because that would defeat the whole point of it. Like the person whose HOH cannot be in jeopardy and up on the block. So I think they're going to name an HOH next Thursday. And then after that, they're going to get the top 3 people who are not HOH as the 3 people who go on the field trip.
Yeah. Boy, this is very complicated. Because we don't even know you could vote for somebody that could be evicted. You could vote for somebody that could be the HOH. What is this? What are they even doing?
It's dumb. It's so dumb. Like it's just it's like the temptation celebration competition from Big Brother 19, where like somebody gets safety, somebody gets nominated as the 3rd nominee, and what we all love 3 nominees. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
Like, we're all campaigning for that.
Alex, do you think that, because we always, get like a second half twist, do you think that the field trip will be a weekly competition? Will we have this week's field trip and then another week of field trip? Like, remember the hacker comp last season?
I think that they don't even know, and I think they're going to make it up on the fly. If it is good feeds and is successful, they'll be like, we'll continue it for 5 more weeks. Or if it's a flop, they'll be like, okay, bye,
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to Rye, who says, theory. Christy and Tommy were going to save Sam and break up Kat, Jackson, Holly, but then Sam called out Christy and blew up his own vote flip. I reject that theory. I don't think that's what happened.
Sign it. I think that's a real possibility because that was the one thing that hadn't happened before the feeds went down. Taran was talking about it on Twitch that Jack, Christy, and Tommy had not had a chance to talk to Sam yet. And like he was anti-Christy, like vehemently so. The whole house knew it. So for them to make a deal with him, like they actually needed to talk with him and get his, like, hey, we're going to save you. You can't come after me if I'm going to save you, which I'm sure he would have agreed to. But he doesn't, like I said, I've never had any faith in his game.
Yeah.
So he might have screwed himself here.
Kaitlyn, I think that, yes, what's going on?
No, you said
Yes,
Kaitlyn,
yes.
I said Rob.
Kaitlyn, I think that, I don't know if that's the case because it seemed like, at least in Julie's interaction with him, it seemed like that she was explaining a lot to him.
Yeah.
And he did not seem like he was like, you're preaching to the choir. I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, she asked, where did this go wrong? And
he didn't seem like he was party to the fireworks.
Yeah, not at all. So I think we're all about to find
he wasn't
that.
in that room when they were showing the clip of, I think that was just the 6 probably trying to iron out their differences. So I think that again, even if you don't believe that Sam actually blew up and tanked his own game, but as I said, it wasn't really. Yeah, they could have gotten rid of Kat. I'm talking about Christy and Tommy and Jack. Yeah, they could have gotten rid of Kat to break up that quote unquote secret trio and keep Sam. But it wasn't really a good choice for them either. They never really liked Sam. They didn't want to keep Nick and Sam in the house together. Christy doesn't like Sam. So it was, it was kind of, they damned if they were and they're damned if.
Yeah, but come on.
Shit, Rob.
Come on, just keep me. Well, I'm not my brother's keeper. Okay. Taurine has a question. Okay, Brent, please ask Alex if she would ever do the challenge. Would she do any more reality TV? I don't know why that has to be by way of Brent, but Brent, will you ask Alex if she will do the challenge?
Alex, will you do the challenge or any other reality television show in the future? Because we would love to see you back on our television screens playing for the big money.
That was well said.
Thank you.
Anyways, I've been approached for stuff, but right now I have a job and I just don't really know what's happening.
Not the right fit, but you're always open to possibilities, though.
You know, I never say no to anything.
I have a question I wanted to ask you. Just that's not a chat question, but it's a my question. The fact that OTT only lasted one season and is probably never going to come back, is that like something you're proud of? Because I feel like if you finally had one season of one series, but like it's kind of beloved by the fans. I mean, there's definitely like a cult following of people who love OTT. I feel like I would wear that as a badge of honor.
No.
How do you feel?
Like 100%. If there's so when you go to the CBS website and you click on OTT, it's like it's us. It's probably never gonna change. So
right.
But I do have a theory that with Celebrity Big Brother 99.9% being canceled.
Oh no, it's official.
No, why? No, where do you guys get that information? Do you have is that you inside source?
No, I also believe that's like public information.
Public information, because this is not public information to me.
Well, Rob, I did see on social media that Celebrity Big Brother was not coming back.
So what that to mine, and tell me if I'm missing something, that I think that it was not on the website. Was that
correct?
And people said, not on the website. That means show's canceled. But I feel like that there's a lot of shows that are canceled that are not on the web that are on the website. So I don't know if that's like the person that makes the website isn't the head of programming.
Well, what's weird is this is what I saw on Twitter, that they renewed some sort of Big Brother for the winter season.
Yeah,
it was scheduled, but then Celebrities canceled. So obviously they're doing something. We just don't know what. So part of me is like, is it going to be All Stars? Is it going to be OTT2? Is it just some weird new spinoff? They're doing something.
Start the rumor mill, Brent. Get the All Stars ready.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Okay.
I would love to see something like OTT or even Celebrity Big Brother. I always love. It's a nice quick 3-week sprint to the finish, and it's always a good time.
I feel like right now it's August 1st. I feel like that we have no idea what's going to be on TV in January.
We'll have to pipe down a little.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, my voice. I sound like an old. Sorry, everyone. It's bit of a cold.
Yeah, it's a good radio voice.
Thanks, Rob. You know what my dad said to me the other day? Do you watch or listen to Howard Stern?
Yes.
He's like, you and Rob are the modern day Howard and Robin.
Oh, well, that's a great compliment.
And see, I don't listen, but my dad's obsessed with Howard.
I'm a big fan, yeah.
He listens to him on Sirius every day in the car driving to Queens. And he goes, you and Rob, you guys have that je ne sais quoi.
Yes.
You have that thing, kids.
Oh, that's a very nice compliment.
Brent and Alex can go jump in a hole.
Okay.
Sorry, kid.
Rude.
All right. Let's get a question from Marietta. Okay. Marietta wants to know, was Jack doing a Tommy impression when he was voting tonight? Yeah. Alex, Jack was acting all flirty with the camera.
Oh, yeah. He was doing the... Alex, you want to do it?
I don't even know if I remember this. I when Jack comes on screen, I just tone him out and don't even really look or pay attention. So
Alex, do this. That's what he was
doing.
Yeah,
he was trying to be cute, and then when the camera came to him, he was like, "Oh, hi, Julie. Hey!" He did the Tommy thing. So I kind of think maybe he was trying to do.
And everyone else was like,
"Yeah,
crickets, yeah."
Okay. All right, let's go to Daddy Taran. Daddy Taran has a question. Daddy Taran says, "Best Texas A&M BB player, Alex Willett or Cliff Hogg?"
Cliff Hogg, for sure. Actually, no. Honestly, if he had made that move last week or whatever, bow down to Cliff Hogg right now. He's like,
oh my God.
Before the wife.
Yeah.
I just read something in the chat, but I can't
I know.
say
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. No.
Okay. All right. We'll talk a spoiler. We'll talk spoilers coming up in a little bit as the feeds have come back up live. Okay.
I need to. Okay.
All right. So let's go to a question from Paranoid Plant. Paranoid Plant has a question. Could someone please explain to me what a camp expo is? Okay, well, I could explain this. This is obvious. Yes.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Rob.
Get it together. Okay. So you've knocked. Derek, can you give a? Can you not
security?
Yeah. Derek, who helps us out behind the scenes in the studio.
This was so dumb. Like
Okay.
you have this episode where you don't give us anything, then it's a 9-0 vote, and then like the big competition at the end is live studying on live
studying. Yes,
That
yes.
was
You have to
so-
walk around the
this
camp
idiocy?
expo. Where that gets like the first day of camp, I guess, where you sign up for all the different camp activities that there are.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I was like, I was expecting a crapshoot competition or a knockout competition when I saw them all lined up there. But then it was like, oh, you can just walk around and look at shit. That's what we're gonna show on TV, really?
Okay, let's do another question, and then we'll get into talking about spoilers from the live feeds. Jennifer wants to know: would Kat have gone home if she and Holly didn't previously know each other? Brent, I don't understand. If people knew that they knew each other, why keep her?
If people knew that they knew each other, why keep her?
Yeah.
I mean, well, first of all, like Kat's never been anti-Christie. Sam has been anti-Christie, so that's a real like fly in the soup, so to speak. As to like, are you really gonna make a big move to keep a guy who can win a competition and then is against you? Like, I mean, like
that he wasn't truly against Christie. That I feel like if Christie would have saved him, I feel
it's true. Now if she, but all week long he's been against Christie. She's the one
because he thinks that she's trying to get him out. But if she's the one who's gonna be the governor calling at 11:59 to save him, he'll be in her back pocket.
But this was all happening at the last minutes, right before the feeds went down and they started rehearsal. So, like, I don't know if she was able to go to him or maybe they had rehearsal.
Like, if Jackson is the real enemy, why not take out a number who is connected to his girlfriend?
I mean, like I said, it was never a great choice. It was a Sophie's choice, Rob, between these two people about who to get rid of. And
Sophie would have voted out Kat.
Kat has a lot more credibility than
got
Sam
9 lives
with many of the 6. Again, Kat played bad enough that she should have gone home.
Okay.
And one of the reasons that they were thinking about getting rid of her was because Jackson went to Jack and said, "Look, I know our information from Kat is good because Kat and Holly know each other on the outside." Also, that thing about Jackson being the rogue vote from a couple weeks ago, no one knew about that except a few select members of the 6, and that information got out. And so Jackson wasn't pleased about that, and he really thought it was Christie.
Okay. All right. We are going to skip into talking about the spoilers because that our spoilers have come up and we have an HOH to talk about, so we'll react to that. Real quick, if you're gonna be leaving us tonight, and we have a bonus show coming up on Friday that I forgot to plug. I will be speaking with Sam tomorrow morning.
We were wondering.
I have my exit interview with Sam in the morning. And then after I get done talking with Sam, then Taran will have his live feed update. And then we will be talking with Ovi, a special podcast on Friday afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific time. We will go live. It will be Taran, myself, and Ovi, and I'm inviting Brent if he's around. Melissa is invited too, but she has to have a pesky day job. But that we will be talking live with Ovi and taking your questions. There you go.
I will do my best to try to make it.
But we may, talk spoilers in this new HOH with Ovi. So just be heads up. Okay. All right. And with that in mind. Kaitlyn, I will hand you over the buzzer.
And I think that I will do the honor of handing it over to Alex.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
This is your time.
What do I do?
Spoilers.
Why don't you see what happens?
Buzz it.
The Office of Civil Defense has issued the following message. This is
a spoiler.
Warning.
A spoiler.
Warning means that an actual
spoiler
against this country has been
because I like that.
and that protective action should be taken.
Yeah. All right.
You should just go into Morgan's room at all time and be like, "Hey, sister."
We should get one of these. Amazon.
Yeah, just go on buy a taboo game.
It's
okay.
a great idea.
We'll annoy her.
All right. So.
All right.
May I take on?
Yes.
News are happening now.
Okay, I prefer a complete zoom in.
All right. So, Brent. All right. Do you have the update from the HO? We have the update.
Yeah,
from...
we know what's up.
Okay. Let's.
Yeah, we know what's up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think someone saw into the future and manifested something.
Yes. Is that possible?
It seems as if I'm gonna order the most expensive meal next
What?
week because you are paying for my dinner, sir. I am it literally feels like my
Hold
mic
on,
knocks
Brent.
over.
Hold on, Brent. We need to know who the new HOH is.
The new HOH is Jessica.
I'm sorry. This is incredible. It feels
That's
like
really
I
incredible.
want justice for me, Marianne, Jessica.
I have never been with
Leave Marianne out of this.
It's
Yeah.
incredible because Kaitlyn called it, and I should have known too because Jessica actually did. She was in the final 2 in that memory competition from week 2, and that lasted a long time till the last
sorry,
question.
Brent. You can't go back now.
Derek,
I
can you
know.
hand me that flashlight that's over there?
But, like,
give me-
yes,
give
yes,
me-
yes.
I
give me
don't
my-
know,
give
I
me-
don't
give me-
know,
okay, let's go in on me, okay? Here we go. Welcome to my nightmare, okay?
I don't know if this is a good result. Remember, I gave this woman a 1.
I didn't
1
ask
Yes.
for.
Wow,
we have props.
Brent has the 1 panel. Now,
Because
is that a 1 because you said she had 1 brain cell?
She's clueless. She's like, Derek got mad at me because I called her stupid.
I think, no, to be fair, I think
that.
that Derek called you out because you said that, like, look,
Derek who?
I don't
The
say
master?
anything that I know what to say now. I don't say anything that's going to be too offensive. So I've learned my lesson. I know what to say.
That's
Cut
true. That's
to
true.
3 minutes later, then you said, Jess has 1 brain cell.
I don't care what you guys think of her.
Yes.
But she will not make a move. She will not do
Well,
anything interesting with this
Who knows?
HOH.
By the way, I do have a little insight. Yeah, we can talk because I don't know what's going to happen with Jessica. We do have a little insight though into what happened while we were gone.
Yes.
Taran, where'd that go? Taran is reporting, and this is again him just watching the feeds for like 5 minutes. So just that caveat. It seems like maybe Sis blocked the vote because remember they needed Sis to make 5 in this potential vote flip. He says it seems that maybe Sis blocked the vote flip. She's mad at Tommy and Jack for trying to flip it. Also, my friend BB Feeds at VO Minorities on Twitter said that Christy just said to Sis that the 6 is officially over and hates that Tommy is fighting to keep the 6 together. Christy's talking. Christy says that she trusts Sis and Tommy, even though Sis is mad at Tommy, apparently for that vote flip. So
but that sounds absurd because Sis loves Sam, right? That she said she was like lobbying to save Sam all week. Has no love for Kat. Why would she? Why would she go crazy to fight this?
I have trouble believing it as well. But the one thing that is true, though, is that she moved from being very pro keeping Sam to very anti keeping Sam. I think, the fact that Kat stayed is sort of nonsensical. It's like that wasn't an important part of it. She was pro Sam and sort of anti Sam. She thought it was important to break up Nick and Sam. She wanted to go along with the HOH, that being Holly, about what she wanted to do. And Christy obviously was very anti Sam. So Sis parrots a lot about what these people say. I don't know if all of a sudden she does this where like she'll just go along to get along for like a week and a half, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere she'll just like pipe up and say, no, we're not doing that. Usually it's at like the time where you like hate it, and it doesn't surprise me that
Alex,
she might have
who would Jess put on the block?
If she's going with the house, and if the house is against Jackson and Holly, that could be a possibility, but that's like best case scenario. Like the BB gods are with us. I feel like it's gonna be Nick and Nicole or something like that.
I don't think so.
You don't think it will be? Well,
she was a black
manifest
widow.
it, please.
She was a black widow with Nicole, and we know how she feels about what could have been the Black Widows.
Yeah, I feel like that it definitely could be Nick going up on the block, and I don't know, Brent. Will she have any reservations about putting a woman on the block?
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about her on the roundtable on Monday. The fact that all the people that she quote unquote trusts are the women of the house, and she's like, "Oh, I don't really trust Jack. I don't trust Jackson. Like, I don't know about Tommy. Like, I mean, like it's clear that she's still in that tunnel vision of I'm going to keep all the women safe, and I don't really trust Nick, Sam, Jack, Jackson, all the guys basically. So,
what would you do if you were Jessica?
I mean, well, I have all the information on the outside. I mean, she's living in a universe where the 6 isn't even a thing, even though the rest of the house knows it.
Well,
so
no, but her tightest ally in the house is still Kat, right?
And
Kat
knows.
just survived a brush with death in the house.
Right, and Nicole,
she saw her life flash before her eyes. Could this be a wake-up call?
It could be, because Nicole is letting Kat know. This is again my friend on Twitter. Nicole is letting Kat know that the people who wanted to evict Kat by name were Tommy, Jack, Christy, and maybe Nick, I guess.
Good.
Nicole is telling Kat that Jack said it because they know that Kat, Jackson, and Holly know each other from the outside. Kat is now denying this. So Nicole's still not playing a great game where she just spills everything to everybody and is way too honest.
Yeah. Kaitlyn, can Nicole bounce back from this? I felt like that Nicole was in a really good spot a couple of weeks ago, and then she's been through hell and back, and now I kind of feel like that she's lost that fire. Can Nicole get this back?
Anything?
Can she get her mojo back?
Yes, anything is possible, especially with this, end of the 6 shooters. They need to take any allies they can. They don't have each other anymore. They need to start pulling in other people. I think Nicole can be very safe.
Okay. What do you think, Alex?
The more I was thinking about it, I take back the Jackson and Holly thing because she's friends with Kat, who might be protecting them. I think it's going to be whatever Kat told. I still don't think she's going to make a big move. I think it's going to be Nick and Cliff then or something.
No, because she's in Cliff's Angels.
I don't think she's dumb enough to put Cliff on the block. I will say that Cliff is talking to her right now and spending a lot of time with Jessica. So Cliff knows he needs to talk to Jessica, that she could, easily be swayed by a lot of different people here. I have to believe that Kat is safe because Jessica and Kat are like this. And by extension, Jessica's always been more on the Mickey Holly side of things. I think they are probably safe. And I was going to say, unless somebody ends up on the block as a third nominee, but that's not even until next week. So and the one thing also to be certain of is what you said, Alex. Jessica's afraid of making herself a target because they all think that the double eviction is coming this following Thursday. Of course, it's not. But Jessica has explicitly said on the live feeds that she doesn't want to screw up and make herself a target for the double eviction.
And Brent, one other thing with this, does Jess know about Christy's power?
Does she? Whoa. I've lost track of who knows about that.
It seems like everybody knows, but if anybody doesn't know, it would be Jess.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. If someone doesn't know, it would be Jess, but I'm sure Cliff will tell her to be wary of Christy's power. But I don't think she would put up Christy anyway on the block.
Okay.
So it's a matter. If she goes after Jack and Jackson, I could see those people's nominees, or Jack and Sis maybe. I don't know who she's
Okay, so all right, we got a lot coming up. Taran will be live at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific to talk about all that. Let's tell you what else is coming up here on Rob as a Podcast. Bryce Isaiah has been working very hard on the 2020 Zaddy calendar reveal.
What?
Yes. Do you know about the Zaddy calendar, Kaitlyn?
No, but I love Bryce, so tell me more.
Okay, yes. So I actually have a copy of it right over there. I'll let you see it after the show. But
oh my God,
Bryce and I got together for he revealed to me everybody who made the 2020 Zaddy calendar. Brent, are you on pins and needles? Brent is crossing his fingers.
I'm on pins and needles for who's in December.
Okay.
That's usually the best month.
Okay.
So
All right. The Zaddy calendar reveal show. We're going to have that on coming up next week. So just keep an eye out for that. All right. On Friday morning, Taran will be live. And Scott, good work, Scott, by having Scott, did you remake that card with Jess in the middle for her HOH? Scott, was that on purpose?
Rob, no, I did not.
Okay, all right. So Scott manifested it. He made what day did you make that graphic?
I made that graphic this morning.
Oh, it was Scott. Oh my God.
Okay. All right, let's go to the next one. On Saturday morning, does that mean that Jack's gonna win the veto on Saturday, and then there's Sis in the middle on Sunday? All right, so that's what's coming up, and then we will have our exit interview with Send It. Okay, Brent, what is it that you think I'm not gonna ask Sam in the exit interview?
I think you're not going to ask Sam because Sam seems to think, as you saw from this episode, that it's just guilty by association, that he's not his brother's keeper.
Yes.
And that is bullshit. That is not what happened. Sam had all the information. He knew that the six shooters, he didn't know that's what their name was, but he knew these people that were in Grateful, and Sam knew about Grateful.
Why do you think? I don't understand why you think I wouldn't ask him about that.
Well, what I want you to ask is, Sam, are you culpable for your eviction because you didn't warn Nick the week that he was HOH that there were people after him? You just went along to get along, and you let him put up Cliff and who the hell was it, Nicole, on the block. Mm-hmm. when you knew that Nicole was telling the truth? Why did you go along with all of that?
Yeah.
That was terrible gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a crazy question.
Okay, cool.
My favorite thing. That
I don't.
been
Do I have to
doing-
like rub his nose in it? Like,
Yes,
like you
must.
idiot, you stupid, bad Sam.
The best thing you're doing in those interviews, though, is when you reveal to them that Christy and Tommy knew each other. When I hear that every time, I go like,
It's like,
God.
I kind of feel
They
like
freak
they
out.
freak out. I'm afraid they're gonna hang up the phone. Like,
oh, they freak out. Rob,
what?
I have chills every time you
Send
tell
it.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Will you do that for him?
Sure. Let's see what he says.
Tune in.
Let's see what he says. All right, that's coming up tomorrow. And then we've got our interview. Ovi is going to join us on 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon, live with Ovi. I talked with Scout Cloud Lee on the latest Talking with T-Bird. I also recommend checking out our Sean Rector interview. Scout Cloud Lee from Survivor Vanuatu. Alex, are you a Survivor person?
It's my favorite show, actually. So, yeah.
Is it really?
I grew up watching Survivor with my
Okay.
mom. It was like my number one. So,
Yeah. All right. So a fun podcast series with T-Bird Cooper.
Did you see the Instagram that we were together and I tagged you in an Instagram story where on the big screen I watched you going, Get the girls peanut butter probes.
Yep.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Good times.
All right. Let's then on Sunday night. This is going to be a lot of fun. Brendan and Rachel are going to be here in the studio. So I'm glad we got the 2-person thing worked out. Brent, don't worry. Nicole, my wife, is going to be babysitting all the kids. Okay.
Oh,
So don't worry.
You're looking at the wrong person. I love Aurora.
Okay.
She's
So all the kids will be downstairs with my wife. We used to do podcasts all the time and not worry about kids before the wife.
Before the wife.
But Brendan and Rachel are coming here. Barbecue, I think, beforehand, and then podcast to follow.
It's just like really awkward. Like, well, why is he gonna invite me?
You want to come from? Okay. Of course. All of this made possible by the patrons of RHAP the podcast. To find out more about everything we're doing behind the scenes, you could check out our behind the scenes video with Kaitlyn from a couple of weeks ago as well. Our patron only podcast feed. Got our patron cast was on Tuesday night. I'll be doing our Facebook Friday live on Friday afternoon at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. That's all at robhasawebsite.com/patron. And we have another special guest here in the studio. And so we're very excited to be joined here by August 1st used to mean nothing to me before the wife because today is my anniversary. And so here to come on in.
Nicole?
My wonderful wife, honey, come sit in the big chair.
The first lady of podcast.
Well, nobody can see you because you're not on the camera.
You did so good.
Okay. Here is
Nicole,
Nicole Cesternino. She is here.
Nicole, what's your maiden name?
Here, Kaitlyn, can you hold the cake? Derek, can we get a zoom in on the cake? Okay.
It says, I don't want to like knock
Please don't
Speak
drop
to
the
your mic,
cake because
Kate.
that's gonna be a gift.
Okay, guys, it says Rob and Nicole forever.
Forever. So
Or at
Kate.
least until next year.
Yes. Okay.
Or at least till maybe next year or the year after.
Caitlin brought a cake. Here, hop up here, hon.
Oh, guys, this is actually like really romantic and really sweet, and now I'm like highly depressed.
Yes. Okay.
Us over here.
So thank you, Caitlin, for bringing us an anniversary cake.
Guys, you're so welcome. It's ridiculous.
Nicole, can you tell the listeners what you said about how I was going to be celebrating our anniversary?
By yourself?
Yeah, she said. Oh,
you even told me this.
Oh yes, okay. I am the best wife because I'm letting him spend our anniversary with 2 hot chicks upstairs.
Woo! Yeah!
Well, Nicole, it's eviction night.
Still got it.
It's eviction night. What do you want me to do? It's a Thursday.
So who's getting evicted? One of us has to get evicted?
No. You want me to?
It's a tough night for him.
Yeah. Do you want me to cancel the podcast?
Oh no.
Yeah.
You guys had a beautiful lunch.
Yeah.
It wasn't that beautiful.
Guys,
we had the kids with us.
Why don't you take a romantic cut into this as if it's your wedding night? Guys, did you have what was your wedding song?
Should you sing it?
No, that's fine.
No, you.
Oh, no, I'm not in the mood for a performance tonight. No, thank you.
Yeah, I feel like this is a podcasting disaster waiting to happen.
Just cut one piece, like to get, like, put your hands
Or
on
if I
it.
just take a scoop and feed it to him.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's
Shove it in his
renew
face.
He's been on keto for a while, so he needs this.
Okay. Well,
Does he have attitude?
No, we don't need to talk about. We don't need to talk about what
My personal life.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about eating on podcasts. Thank you.
Is he?
Okay.
Having a piece of
I
cake.
heard a rumor that keto makes people smell. Is that true? Is
No.
He doesn't
no.
want it.
Oh my goodness.
Guys,
Moment.
Nicole, will you not
Are
eat
we
this?
happy now? Are we happy now? Okay.
Why don't you eat the Oreo to be like more?
Very good.
You're not a big Oreo guy, Rob, are you?
He's not a big,
Not a
Oreo
big
guy.
Easy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start rumors.
Guys, this is what 9 years of marriage looks like. You could have this if you want.
Okay. Caitlin, thank
well,
you.
Actually, it's like all of this because you guys are
Yeah, you know this is still a podcast. But you gotta talk in the microphone.
Sorry.
Talk to the mic.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Alex is like, what is this?
I picked the best night to come. I honestly did.
Really
Couldn't
did,
have planned
yeah.
it better.
Yes.
It's an odd dynamic between us.
When
Go ahead.
Caitlin is here, all things are possible.
Anything's possible. and
Jessica
Yes.
HOH is possible. Rob.
Jessica HOH is possible. Next she's gonna manifest a Marianne Williamson
Presidency.
nomination. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
okay, we're president.
All right. There you go. Brent, is there anything else we need to say?
I think we're good. Cliff is really trying to stay in Jessica's ear to make sure she doesn't do anything stupid. But remember, Christy's power is in play for one more week. And last thing, Nicole is recognizing and telling Jessica that, hey, even though Jackson and Holly are off to the side, that's 2, but we really have to worry about these 4 over here, talking about Jack and Sis and Tommy and Christy. So at least there are people talking to Jessica who do have the right idea.
Yeah.
Nicole's like, cool.
Yeah, Nicole, there's a girl on Big Brother that's named Nicole. Brent's not talking about you.
I got very confused. I thought he was talking about me
Yeah.
for a second.
No.
Yeah.
But you picked up.
There's our favorite person on Big Brother right now is named Nicole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds like a good pick.
Of course, yeah.
All right.
And she's from New York too.
Yes, Long Island.
Long Island.
Okay.
Send it.
Do you have the accent too? You don't really have
Oh, mine, as soon as I moved here, I was like, sayonara. But that being said, if I go to England too for like more than a week, I'm like,
You'll get the Madonna.
excuse
She's
me.
Madonna.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I just pick up on a different person. I'm
Okay.
schizophrenic.
And also I have to buy Caitlin dinner next week.
Oh, yeah. By the way.
Oh, okay. Like out to dinner?
No. Trust me. It's not
I
going to
don't
be like
think-
that.
yeah.
It's literally going to be, I'm going to say, Rob, this is what I want. You bring it here and we will eat it. He has to buy for Derek too.
Yeah. Okay. Boy,
Sounds like a
I
good
didn't know you
deal.
like guest
I'm
passes.
a cheap date. I will not. I'll get like a diet water. And
Okay. Diet water? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you give me your order, and then I'll use the delivery service and tell them to send it. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Good
so,
closer.
All right. Thank
Guys,
you so much.
happy anniversary,
Caitlyn
guys.
Herman, for joining us again in the studio.
As always,
And
every Thursday.
That rumor has it that you have more mystery guests potentially.
Stay tuned, everyone.
Okay. All
Next
right.
week will be
A
an
tease.
interesting
A
week for
tease.
you all.
Okay. All right. And then Alex Willett, thank you for coming back to the studio and talking about Big Brother
course.
again.
It's been a pleasure to be here.
Yes. It's been an
honor
Love
having
you,
you.
Brent.
Yes.
Thank you. Love you too, hon.
Nicole, are you ready for the massive child care operation on Sunday night?
Why? What's going on Sunday night?
When Brendan,
Oh my
Brendan and
God.
Rachel are coming for a barbecue.
Which, by the way, he's mentioned now 9 times, and we're still not invited.
We'll just show up. We'll
No,
crash
that's
it.
okay. I'm so busy.
Well, we're doing the
I need help
podcast. They're just
babysitting.
coming early to
I
eat
legit
before.
have plans. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Bye.
have 2 kids, which is a lot, and then you add a third. It's just like chaos down there.
Yeah.
And then I start drinking.
All right. All right. Thank you all so much for. I'm sure any sane person turned this podcast off like 15 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
please.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody. Thanks so much, Scott.